So we have this get sitemap, get fork sitemaps, and do attribution. And so that's what I want to talk about next. The two other major things that we're doing is we're getting the sitemaps for the fork so that we can resolve links across the federation, and we're doing the attribution. So let's look at get sitemap and get fork sitemaps. Okay, so get sitemap goes and it gets sitemap.json. And the sitemap.json is just a list, an array of all the pages on a given site. So first we go and we get a list of all the pages on the site that we're looking at this page from, right? So this page that we're looking at here, this site is coming from journal.hapgood.net. So we go and we get the journal.hapgood.net JSON. And if we looked at the journal.hapgood.net JSON sitemap JSON, is that it? You can take a look at it right here. So it's this object array, and it has like a slug, which is the calling name of page, and it has the actual page title. It has the date that page was last edited, and a synopsis. And the synopsis is just the first paragraph of the page. So we call that for this. And what we do is we go through, and if there's any links here, so down here there's links. If there's any links here, initially all these links start off as red, but we look through that sitemap and we see, okay, are any of these pages on this site that we're pulling this from, right? So in this case, if we hover, I don't know if you can see these hovers, but on its side is on our site. It looks like all of these, I think, are on our site. Oh, no, not all of them. So the policeman's beard is half constructed. Here's an example of one that was not on our site. So we'll get to that in a minute. First thing we do is it looks at on its side, it looks at the sitemap for journal.hapgood.net, and it finds, yes, you have a page called on its side. We can forward you to that. Same thing with this one here. Same thing with this one here. And same thing with this one here. But at the end of that, some of the links are still red, right? Some of these pages that are linked to there's no copy of this page on our site. So we get to the second piece here, which is the get fork sitemaps. So we look at what people have done on this page, what people have worked on this page. We see that it's journal.hapgood and Wiki test. So we go to Wiki test and we say, well, if we can't find the links in journal.hapgood.net, maybe the links, maybe there are maybe those missing pages exist on Wiki test, because Wiki test also worked on this page, right? And so in that case, we've got this one here comes from Wiki test, right? And so if we click that, we'll see that now we're getting this via Wiki test, right? And these are the people who have worked on this page. These are the sites, I should say, that have worked on this page. And Wiki test does not have the page computational creativity on it, but one of the sites that worked on it does, right? So we go and we click computational creativity. And now again, you start to see that the links here shift. There may be things that only come from machines.hapgood.net. Now, at any point, if we want to look and we want to see, what's going on this site, we have these. Oh, let me just show you that. Before we leave, let me show you the red links. So that part where we're scrolling through and we're checking red links, it is where. Right here, so function red links. And what we do is we just use, this is jQuery, we find all the links that are still a class of red link. And as we load the JSON, we just cycle through them. We're using the fact that they're still red as an indicator that they haven't been resolved yet. And we just say, with this new JSON sitemap that we've loaded, is it in this one? And if it's in this one, we mark it red. We take the red link off of it and take it out of the next loop, right? And say, okay, this will forward to this site that we found it in. I hope that makes sense. It's really, I mean, it's actually